Hey Internet, I'm the Cow Says Moo, and you're watching the first episodes of Dr. Moo, Episode 11, Minecraft Let's Play 1.2.5 with a ton of mods. First thing I'd like to do is I'd like to point out that I did make a couple updates to some of my mod versions. I've now got a Thaumcraft 2.1.6D, and I added a Thaumcraft NEI plugin. What the plugin shows is smelting values and research values for different items. I don't know that I'm going to use the research values. I think hidden for those is fine, but the smelting values seems pretty useful. It adds smelting values for all items. So if you just go in here and look through different things, it'll tell you what they'll smelt for if you throw them in a crucible. Pretty handy. And the research one does the same thing for research, for throwing them into the Quasitum. But I'm pretty set on what I'm going to be putting into the Quasitum with all my reeds from the reed farm out here. So I'm not as worried about that one. And also I updated the dust mod, the runic dust mod, up to version 0.6. They've made several changes. The guy that's working on that's made several changes, and it looks pretty neat, so I went ahead and updated that. I didn't update quite to the newest version because it's requiring the new forge. And it's also the same reason why I haven't updated Equivalent Exchange. It requires different versions of Forge. And I'm not ready to go back and go through my jar and update everything and make sure everything's working again quite yet. But it's a start. Anyway, getting on with what I plan to do today, I'm kind of suffering a little bit of analysis paralysis. I've got just too many options. But I think I've decided that the first thing I'm going to do is go back to my sorting room and set up something. If you watched my last Let's Play, you saw me set up a kind of diamond generator using Thaumcraft and Equivalent Exchange. And it's basically exploiting the differences in values between the two mods. I'm going to kind of do that again this time, except instead of Thaumcraft and Equivalent Exchange, I'm going to use Industrial Craft and Equivalent Exchange, since I have Industrial Craft in this one. In this Let's Play this time. So let's head on over to my sorting room and get that started. And sure, this is really fairly exploity, but one of the reasons you play with several mods at one time is to see how the different mods all interact with each other. And again, it's a single player game, so I'm not too worried about it being exploity. If I feel like turning it off, I'll just turn it off. I started collecting a few things that I'll need, as you may have seen in NEI here. I was looking up the filter. I'm going to need a couple filters. So I created a couple red doped wafers and got my gold ready. Let's get my pistons going here. Oops, back over, There they are. That should be plenty. A little redstone here. Couple pieces of iron and a few pieces of planks. That'll work. Come down here. I think I'm doing this backwards for the piston, aren't I? These two. There we go. And then filter is piston in the middle, surrounded by cobblestone. Cool. There we go, 2 filters. I'm also going to need another Equivalent Exchange condenser. So for that, I'll need to make another... Oops. If I could type, that would help. Another alchemical chest, so I'll need 5 diamonds and some obsidian and all that sort of business. And let's see, I should have some diamonds up here though, yeah. And I should have some obsidian up here. Something like that. I don't know exactly what I need. And I need some smooth stone. Definitely need to get my teleportation requester system out of this too, because digging through these is a pain in the butt. And I'll need my green covalence dust. Anyway, you don't need to watch me try to dig through my chest and collect the stuff. I'll get all this stuff together and be back in a second. Alright, I think I've got everything I need here. Let's see. A couple stone, a couple iron, got my chest and a diamond, and my covalence dust. Cool, there's that. And then here, and some more diamonds, and my obsidian. Perfect. Alright, so I've got a condenser, and 2 filters, some pneumatic tubes. I've already got a condenser upstairs. Alright, so now I'm going to need to make a macerator from Industrial Craft 2, like my macerator over there. So I'll need a few pieces of flint, which I've got to have somewhere. I just can't find. There we go. What else do I need for that? Probably a machine block. And an electronic circuit. I've already got a few electronic circuits made up, so that's awesome. Probably got to refine a little bit more iron. That's alright. I've got a few on me. Let's go over here and use this guy. Tried to click him, but I missed, apparently. Alright, well, we'll just wait over here for him. They'll pop out in these chests here. There we go, 5. Just a couple more. Should be coming along. There goes one. There we go. 6, 7, one more. There we go. Was there anything else? I think it was just cobblestone, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Circuit. Oh, wait. Gotta make that machine block first, don't I? There we go. Circuit. A couple pieces of cobble. And some flint. Will get me another macerator. Sweet. So I've got a macerator, I've got 2 filters, I've got tubes of that. I'll need some power to get over to that macerator. And then I'm going to need to grab my blaze rods, because what I'm going to be doing is macerating blaze rods and turning them into blaze powder. I only have 1 blaze rod, and I don't think that's quite going to be enough. So even though I'm not going to make transmutation tablets, I'll still use this every now and then if I really just want something quickly. Oops. Grab those. I only need a couple of them. And then we'll turn them back in. There we go. So all I did there was change the target of my condenser to blaze rods for a few minutes. Or a few moments. Just enough to get an extra one. So I'm good there. And let's see, what kind of power do I have? I've got 9 glass fiber. How's that going to do me? Coming off of there, I think I'm going to put it over here. I'll probably need a few more than that. So a couple more diamonds, and some glass, and I've got redstone on me. That should do it. That should be plenty. Cool, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a looping system that has 2 condensers. One of them I'm going to double up on this one here, since it's already creating just diamonds or whatever I want for me. And then another condenser that is turning blaze powder into blaze rods. And then I'm going to use the macerator to macerate blaze rods into blaze powder. But the macerator will create, I believe it's 5 blaze powder. I think that's what I came up with in testing. It may have been 3. I don't remember. It's been a couple days now. And then the equivalent exchange uses 2 of them to turn back into blaze rods. So you get a net gain of blaze powders out of this process, which is pretty cool. And as I said, possibly exploitative, but that's fine by me. It's a single player game. It doesn't bother me too much. So what I'm going to do is I will set up my macerator. See how much room I've got here. Let's set it up maybe right about here. What's in this row over here? Anything? Yeah, that's perfect. I'll set up my macerator right here. And I will connect filters to it. Let's see. Gotta think of what I'm doing here. Sorry. Let's put down my other energy condenser here next to it. Maybe like right about here. And I'm going to be pulling from this and putting it into this. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Set this bad boy down here, and I might have to turn him, but that's alright. And the other one I'm going to put over here on this thing, and I'll definitely have to turn that. And then we'll get my tubes, and they'll run over like this, and one will run down there, and then eventually I'll connect it right there, but I don't think I'm going to quite connect that yet. And let's get my screwdriver. Do I have it on me already? No. It's probably in one of these. Somewhere. Definitely need my requester system. Actually, I should make up myself a little bag too so I can carry around my tools rather than having to throw them back into this. But I'll do that right afterwards, and then we'll get started working in my new Thaumcraft world. Alright, so let's see. I want you to be that way, yes. And you to be this way, I believe. Yeah. So what this one's going to do is pull out of this chest. And the blaze rods will come over here. If this is full, the blaze rods will go over into this, which is fine. And then the blaze rods will get pulled out of the macerator back into this condenser, getting turned, or the blaze powder, once they're turned into blaze powder from the macerator, will get pulled out of here and stuck back into this condenser and turned back into blaze rods. Awesome. Yes, got it. Just making sure. Gotta run it through my mind a little bit there. Yeah, and now we have to go underneath and get power to this guy. Which isn't a big deal. Come over here to my transformer and just draw off the same. Should be right about there. Yeah, cool. There we go. And mind the gap here. Oops, jumped up on my watermills. That's alright. You have power. We'll do a quick test by putting this here. See what we get out. I think it's 5 though, as I said. Though even if it's 3, it's still more than the 2 you get by just a crafting bench. 5. Awesome. Now we're going to need to set these 2 up on the timer pulse, which is fine. That's not a big deal. and then connect this here, and we'll be good to go. So give me a second, let me track down my red alloy wire, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. As I suspected, I was just about out of red alloy wire, so I went down and whipped up a little bit more. I got some more here, and I also gathered a little bit more stuff for what I'm going to be working on. Let's go ahead and turn this system off for the moment, just because I'm going to be running wires and cables and stuff, and I don't want it interfering with anything. And I think I'm going to run my red alloy wire off of this source right over here. It seems like the easiest place to me. I could do it under the floor from over here, but depending on what I end up adding, it might get a little messy. So I think I'm just going to go behind this over here. Yeah, let's just do that. So we'll dig this out and get over here to this source. Right about there. And get my redstone, or my red alloy wire. I don't know why I can never remember the exact name of this, but I can't. And just go all the way around here. That was the corner. And probably have to poke through here and tell it where I need to go exactly. Right there and right there. Cool. There we are. So we'll just run this wire. There we go. Alrighty, so now we should get a red pulse over here to these two. That isn't going to need power, so we should be good. I do want to connect this while I've got the system off, and I think that I'm going to dye this pipe black so that I don't get any of my cobblestone going up there. In all likelihood, it's never going to even try to go up there because this chest right here is the closest inventory, but I just want to make sure. So I guess I don't have a Philosopher stone on me yet, so I gotta go back downstairs to my crafting bench. Make a bucket for some paint. And let's see, I'll make my brush. I didn't grab any flax seeds, I'll need those. Let's see, I should have a couple of them up here, I think. There we go, flax seeds. So 2 flax seeds. Must have had one in a bag because it auto-refilled 3. And there we go. Cool. And throw this in there. Awesome. And then let's paint up this one. Black. And the only filter that's going to be pulling things out of chests or objects and putting them into the pipe is this one here, so we will tell this one to tell anything that comes out of it to be black. There we go. Now anything it pulls out of this condenser is going to come up here and probably go down into this chest first because it's closer. Or into this macerator first. If the macerator's full, then it'll continue along here. It hits this black pipe, which is good, and it'll go down and then try to pop into this condenser here because it's closest, rather than coming out and trying to go here and then futzing all around out here. So that should be golden, I think. Let's just turn the system on and see what it does. See if anything explodes. Alrighty, blaze, boom. That was blaze powder. Why did you go blaze powder? You should have been turned into blaze here. Ah, there we go. That's not right. Something weird is going on here. Hang on just a second. Let me turn this off. I know what the problem is. I just have to have this off for a second. I'll show you what the problem was. Just need a couple of these, please. Thank you. There we go. And you go ahead and turn back into some diamonds. I need blaze rods here when this system starts because this blaze powder is coming in and bogging up the system. If it's got blaze rods, then it won't. You are still going to be blaze rods. So I will turn this on. Come back over here and put my blaze rods in. Put blaze powder in down here. And now this should start working. As soon as there's blaze powders in the macerator, they'll get popped out into here. Blaze powders, and boom, they're popped out into here. The blaze rods came down and should go into this. And the blaze powders, which are overflow, should come over here and get turned into diamonds. Something is still just a little wonky. Alright, I guess give me a couple minutes to take a look at this and make sure I'm doing this all right. Alright, I figured out what my problem was. I had forgotten to teach this filter. Filters, as I've used them over here, can be used to pull just anything out of the adjacent ones, but all I want it to do from this one is just pull blaze rods out, obviously. So you just put a blaze rod in here, and all it'll pull is blaze rods out of this condenser, which is what I want, because I want blaze rods coming out and going down into here. If this is full, then they'll come over here and get turned into diamonds. Any blaze powders should be left in here to be turned into blaze rods. So I was just being an idiot. Not a big deal. It happens quite often. But anyway, so right now I'm slowly and steadily building up my number of blaze rods, and eventually this macerator will be overflowing, and the extra blaze rods will be coming down here into my condenser and being converted into diamonds. So I've got a diamond generator, which is awesome. As I said, it's probably just a little bit abusive, because I'm sure it's not intended. It's just a discrepancy between the values of equivalent exchange and Industrial Craft 2 for blaze powder and blaze rods. But I don't care. I'm needing a way to build up some EMC so I can start building some fun items, and this is a good way to do it. So I will patch up these walls, and we'll be back in a bit. Actually, let's just go ahead and jump straight into the next thing I want to do real quick, because it won't take very long. Let's find a place to dump this. What I'm going to do, if you can tell here probably, is I'm wanting to make myself a alchemy bag. Let's see, I need a regular stove, which is up here, to turn some of these cactuses into cactus green. I think I've got a couple cactus green actually already over here from something I did. I do, I've got 2, but I'm going to need 3 more, so I'll wait for those to come down the pipe. There we go. While we're waiting, let's take a look at this and see that our macerator number's increasing. We were at 10, now we're up to 17, so that's cool. And eventually, it'll be happening pretty quick. The faster I can speed up this macerator, the faster this process will go, so I will get some upgrades going here in a bit. These obviously will definitely be needing upgrades eventually too, so I'll get a bunch of them going after a while, as soon as I get a little more items. Let's see, do I have... Yeah, there we go. Awesome. So I'm going to turn my wool into green wool. And then we'll come downstairs here and make another alchemy chest, which is... I can never remember what the heck it is. There we go, diamond. I know the components, I can just never remember the order for this one at all for some reason. And then I'm just going to put 3 blue on top and surround it with green wool, and I'll make myself a little green bag. Awesome. So what this is it's an alchemy bag. It has the same storage capacity as the alchemical chest, i.e. freaking huge. And it shares inventories with other bags of the same color. So if I were to make another green alchemy bag and put them in a chest somewhere, it functions kind of like ender chests do, where it shares color or inventories. However, the white bag and the orange bag don't share inventory colors with the green bag. So I could have a white one and a green one and have the inventory separate. But for right now, one is plenty. I just wanted a place to put things like tools and that sort of thing. I could probably have made an adventurer's pouch or something out of forestry and done it, and modded all that stuff into the config file, but this will work better, I think. It's more what it's actually designed for, so I'll use it this way. I'm just looking through here and gathering my tools that I've made that I might want on me. And I might take some other basics from other mods that I can't put into these forestry bags, like power and electronic circuits and stuff like that, but for the time being I'm mostly just wanting my tools. Anyway, this looks like it's going pretty well. Yeah, see, I'm up to 28 now, and I've got my little green bag for tool storage, so I'm doing pretty good here. I will patch up this walls, as I said before, and then we will probably set out for my Thaumcraft world. Get my linking book set up correctly, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Walls all patched up. I was looking at my chest here, and my reed supply is getting pretty ridiculous, which is awesome. Looks like I'm up to about 54 blaze rods, so that's process is going well. I decided there are just a couple more things I want to create before I head over to my Thaumcraft area, which I do have a name for. I will share that with you in just a little bit. I think I want to make myself a Philosopher Stone and a Talisman of Repair. Both are equivalent exchange items. The Philosopher Stone is pretty straightforward. It's glowstone dust and redstone powder and a diamond. So we'll go ahead and grab that. And I've already got my redstone powder. And then the Talisman of Repair, which I made in my last Let's Play too, is 2 of each covalent stuff. It's 2 string and a piece of paper, so that's easy enough. I need a couple more of the green covalent stuff, which is back here. And do I have paper in any of these? Probably not. But I've got plenty of reeds, as I said, so I think I'll just grab a couple of them. Let's go ahead and grab those books while I'm here. Reeds. Some paper. Alright, come on down here and make that paper. And, let's see, 2 string, paper in the middle, green, light blue, dark blue, actually cyan and dark blue, but that's alright. And then my Philosopher's Stone, yeah, I've got everything I need here. There we go, Philostone. Awesome. So what the Talisman of Repair does is when it's on your person and you have the appropriate covalence dust to do repairs to items, so like these gem items take the cyan covalence dust to repair, as I've shown. The shovel can be repaired with 1 covalence dust. It will automatically repair your items as they're being used as long as you have this covalence dust in your inventory. And it'll do it by expending those covalence dusts and then just, boom, automatically repair them. And actually, I think I'm going to make a second one of those. And I do realize that there's that this is kind of negating some of the stuff in Thaumcraft, but that's alright. With this many mods, that's bound to happen. You're going to have some crossover. Alrighty. And what I mean by that is Thaumcraft has a Vise-based repairing tool. You use Vise and it automatically repairs items, whereas this does it, you know, using covalence dust. So there's some overlap there, and since I'm using this one, the Thaumcraft one isn't going to be very useful to me, but as I said, that's kind of bound to happen when you're using this many mods. You're going to get a little overlap. Kind of like this alchemy bag. Somebody in my comments requested I make a traveling trunk, and the alchemy bag kind of crosses over with the function of the traveling trunk. So there's not a lot of need for the traveling trunk, but they're awesome. So I think I will probably end up making one somewhere along the line just because they're cool. Maybe when I'm building up the village in this world, I'll make a traveling trunk to follow me around to carry some building materials. Just because they're funny. Funny little devices. Anyway, why did I make two Talismans of Repair? I want to put one of them in my alchemy bag, because a Talisman repair, when it's in an alchemy bag, will automatically repair any items that can be repaired 1 point per second just by being in the bag, so for free. So as you can see, this wrench is every second the damage level is reducing by 1. Awesome. And same with the screwdriver. And the flint and steel also repaired. So I can, if I feel compelled to, just put weapons and armor in here for a little while and it'll repair slowly. So while I'm building stuff or whatever, I can put weapons and armor. Even works on things like paintbrushes. And it'll repair over time. But obviously if it's in my bag, I can't use it. So you don't want to do it when you're potentially mining and running into monsters. Anyway, those are the two items I wanted to build right now. So now we'll head back over to the Thaumcraft world and get started there. As you may have noticed in my bag, I ended up making a whole bunch of bricks. I just used this condenser here and made a ton of bricks, so I can take them with me over to my Thaumcraft world. So that's cool. I'll be ready to go for some building over there. Oh, it looks like my macerator finally filled up, so it kicked out a blaze rod and threw it into here, and is starting to get turned into diamonds, so that's way cool. I should come back and have a good supply of diamonds. Anyway, so give me just a second, and I'll gather up some of my stuff again, and we'll head back over into the Thaumcraft area. As I said, I kind of want to create some new linking books so I'm closer to where I'm wanting to be. Teleporting to, bouncing back and forth. But I will clear up my inventory a little bit and grab some of the stuff over in the other area that I pulled before, the Quasitum and whatnot. And I will be back in a bit. Hey folks, my wife's got some friends over and they're kind of making some noise, so I stopped doing regular recording and was just kind of farting around mining, and I found this chest down here. And look at this. It's got a cake in it. How awesome is that? Also got a enchanted golden chest plate. That's crazy. Sweet. Got all kinds of cool stuff in here. Anyway, I just wanted to show that off because I thought it was funny. Had a cake in it. Very cool. Alright folks, I'm back. As I said, I kind of just went mining and messing around for a while because there were some people over, but they're busy sewing and stuff. Kind of quieter. As you can see, I was doing it for quite a while though. I've got like 80 diamonds in here. This blaze rod factory is rocking right along. But anyway, let's go head over to the Thaumcraft world. Alrighty. First off, no, let's just head on over there. Alrighty. For some reason, waypoints aren't working in Mystcraft, which isn't a huge deal. I'll put this one back here. Actually, no I won't. I'll just take this one with me. I've got space, right? Yeah, okay. Did I pick up the book stand? There we go, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna head back over where I was, which was down over this direction somewhere. I don't remember exactly where. I think it was further than this. Yeah. But it was definitely right along this coast, so we'll just keep going over here. I do kind of remember this waterfall. We keep going? Yeah, let's just keep going and see what we find. I don't remember quite where it was. I think it was past this. Ah, yeah, here we go. This looks like it's got promise up here. The combination of the 3 zones that I put in here. Looks like I've got some silverleaf trees too. I've got one up here and one over there. That's awesome. Let's keep going here. Yeah, this looks good. So I'm going to put down my linking book stand just right over here for right now, I think. Alrighty, and I'm going to make a linking book here, right about in the same area for right now. There we go. Perfect. Alright, now let's see what we did here. This is river. This is swamp, river, jungle. So, right about where this silver leaf tree is, I guess, is where I'm going to want to build. That's okay. We can take it down. First, though, I think I'm going to place down a couple chests and just store some of this crap that I brought with me. I'm going to obviously have to remove this stuff. Some of this ground cover here. Alright, this should do here. We'll put up these 2 chests right here and just set them up. And start dumping some of this crap in here. Here, I'll go ahead and set this up too. May as well. And I've got a bunch of crap in my bag too. Alrighty, so I'm just going to be transferring items here for another couple minutes, so I'll be right back. Alright, so I kind of cleared out this area a little bit here, as you can see. And what I'm trying to do here is just plot out where exactly I'm going to put my little apiary thing that I'm going to put down here. And what I'm doing is I've hit F3 to figure out what biome I'm in. And I'm going to mark each space with a different colored block, because with the shading here, it's kind of hard to tell which is which. It looks like I'm in swampland now, so this one's a river. So I will put, say, white down for river. This one's a river, it looks like still. Yeah, cool. So we'll make that river still. River. 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 Okay, that's where the jungle hill starts. So Jungle Hills is right here, so we'll make this one gray. Jungle Hills, Jungle Hills, Jungle Hills, Jungle Hills, Swamp. Jungle Hills, Swamp. Cool. So we will put a black one there. This is Swamp, this is River. Awesome. So I'm just going to go and make like, oh, I don't know, maybe a nice little square 10 by 10, 12 by 12, something like that area. At least as a starting point, or maybe I'll just do an L shape to include what I need here. Where I'm going to replace the ground just so I can see for certain what squares are what for the time being. So I'll be doing that, basically exactly what I showed you here for the next few minutes. And I'll come back once I've got a little space kind of laid out so I can figure out where I want to build. Okay, so I've got these areas all plotted out. Got a little cobble wall around each one of them. So I've got a 5 by 5 square here that's all swampland. I've got a little central floor here for other machinery, and then I've got a 5 by 5 here that's river, and 5 by 5 here that's all jungle. And then this middle one is just mixed, and I'll put, I don't know, miscellaneous chests or something in it. But this will be my apiary area once I build up the walls and such. Obviously, I built a little path out here, and then over here, I've also started working on just smoothing out some of the walls here, and this is where my tower is going to be. I think I'm going to make it a more or less round tower, as round as you can make a tower with a bunch of squares. Pretty good size. I don't know that I'll use quite all of this, but we'll see. But I'm just kind of smoothing this area out so I can put my tower right up at the top of it. I think I'm going to continue doing that. It's tedious work, so there's definitely no need for you guys to watch it. I think I might even be out of dirt, so I probably have to go back to the overworld and grab some more dirt first. But I'll continue working on that, and I'll be back in a bit once I've got a little bit more to show for it. Alright, so I ran back and grabbed some dirt. While I'm here, though, I think I'm also going to rename this book, because I've come up with a name, as I said. We will go ahead and pop that in here, and we'll rename this world Octarine. And you might know what that is, you might not. It's a Terry Pratchett reference, which is associated with Mystcraft and Thaumcraft, I mean. So it's paying homage to Thaumcraft's homage. So we'll put that back in there, and now we've got a book going to Octarine. Cool. So I'll head back there and continue working on this wall and the base to the wizard's tower, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Actually, I forgot. I made a new linking book, so I'm going to replace this Octarine with the linking book that I just made, that I just threw into the my table and renamed Octarine Tower. That way I teleport directly to the tower. And I'll put my actual descriptive book in my chest here. And it should be good to go now. Yeah. So now I'll head back over to Octarine. And we'll teleport in, and it should show up right here in front of the apiaries and the tower. Perfect. Awesome. So now I will continue working, and I'll be back in a few. Alright, so I've been working on this big tower for quite a while now, and I've got it all the way up here at, looks like about 100. That's where the entrance, the top entrance, comes out and floats around up here by this jungle that's up here. And then if we go down this side here, we can see how big it is. It goes down all the way, down to where I was down here in the 50s or 60s. Let's climb down. There we go. All the way down here. And there's my apiaries there, if you'll remember. So that's a nice big size tower. It's pretty impressive, even just all as one white brick. Though I'll probably mix it up a little bit. I just went with that for right now. Took a lot of brick, let me tell you. I I bet if we were to look in here right now that we've got tons of spawns. That'd be my hunch, yep. Even though it's a bright world, it's not bright enough to prevent spawning. It just looks like it. So I'll kill off these monsters in here and stick some torches in here. Yeah, so just let me kill these guys off and I'll be right back once I've got a few torches in there. Hey folks, as you can see I'm just getting a ridiculous amount of these silly little Thaumcraft Slimers. Partially because there just isn't much space for anything else to spawn. And I did seal up this tower and then light it up. So monsters aren't spawning in there anymore, so I'm just getting a ton of these little slimes. Oh, come on. There we go. But as you can see, I did get this all lit up in here. Got just torches for the time being, until I decide what exactly I'm doing in here. And you may notice that I've also got some stairs starting to come down. Those will start curving around here and then go around inside this wall and continue down. I don't know exactly where they're going to end. I didn't plan that far ahead. I kind of should have, but I didn't. And currently I'm just using dirt because I've got some left over. I dug out an awful lot, so I've been gathering dirt like nobody's business. Anyway, though, I think that's enough just building around in this sort of thing. Mostly because it's not interesting on camera, and I kind of want to get some more stuff ready to go on camera. So I think I will head back to the overworld and gather some components for some apiaries. And we'll get this building over here set up as my apiary. So I think what I'm going to need is like 12 apiaries all told for some swamp bees, jungle bees, and regular bees. So let's head back over here to the overworld and take a look at that and see what that's going to need. See what that's going to require. I can probably dump off some of this stuff. There's a bunch of turtles around there too, so I've been getting tons of chests, which is kind of funny. Alright, so let's look up, here, turn that off I guess now. Let's look up, what was I looking up? Apiary. Takes 10 gears, sturdy machine. Alright, that's not too bad. So let me start gathering up some bronze and some tin, and we'll put a few of these together and get some bees started over there in the Octarine world. So I'll be right back. Alright, I think I got what I need here, so let's head down to the crafting table. If I can walk downstairs, there we go. And we'll start off by making, let's do the sturdy machines first, I guess. I've got a ton of them here. But if we're going to make 12... Wow, yeah, if we're going to make 12 of them, we're going to need 12 of these, obviously. Let's see, I want 4 more. There we go. So that's 12 sturdy machines. And to begin with, we'll probably end up just doing 6, because I don't think I've got enough sticks or anything, but we'll get them done. There we go. Sticks, and surround that by cobblestone to get stone gears. And then surround the stone gears with tin to get tin gears. There we go. Good enough. And then those get surrounded by this stuff. Here we go. There we go, and I did it backwards naturally because I always do that. Apiaries. There's 6 apiaries. Let's just grab some more wood and some more stone and some more tin and finish up the last set. Oh, yeah, running low on prefab wood in there. Oh, but I got plenty here. Oh, and I must have a bunch in my bag, too. Yeah, I guess I cut down a bunch of trees, so I would. There we go. Sticks and cobblestone. Cobblestone's easy. I should have a bunch in here. I do. Alright, and more tin, huh? That shouldn't be too tough to do either. There we go. Alright, get the last set of these here. Alright, what do I need? I've got 6 more, 24. Yeah. There we go. 1 tin to spare. And there we are, 12 apiaries. Awesome. That's a ton of apiaries to make it one time, but that's okay. I've got the resources for it now. And I think I've got the bees for it. If not, I'm pretty close. That'll work. And let's grab all the bees out of here. Marshy. That's swamp. Tropical. Tropical. There we go. And we'll just grab all of those for the time being. And is that all of my bees? I've got some hives here and there, but that looks like all the bees that I've bothered to harvest. So I guess we will head back and get these set up. Come on, let me through, please. Thank you. What's... No. It looks like it just undid all of my work. Fine. Well, let's get these apiaries set up first. And I'll take a look at that and see if I can't figure out what's going on there. So I'm just going to set these down like this for the time being. Get them all facing the same direction. And these are swamps. We'll put the marshy ones in here. Marshy, marshy, marshy. There we go. And these are tropical, so we'll put the tropical bees over here. We don't have any flowers over here for them yet, or shouldn't, so they shouldn't start activating. Oh, well, apparently it's counting those vines or something, which is fine. So we've got those bees set up, and as you can see, they're going to just start churning away, making stuff. Looks like, yeah, they're working. And they'll produce honeycomb or whatever. Depends on the type of bees they are. One thing you do have to keep an eye out for, though, is tropical bees, especially, are poisonous. So if you're near them when they're active, they could potentially poison you like they did me. So I'm going to see if I can't figure out what to do about this right here. Man, that's really annoying, because that was probably a couple hours worth of fooling around. But I'll see what I can do, and if I can't get it figured out, I'm not sure what I'll do with this area, but we'll see. I'll be back in a bit. Alright, I'm back for just a little bit here. I'm just trying to do some troubleshooting with this Mystcraft thing. I've placed a little chunk loader here just so I can display where the chunks are, and it is definitely this chunk that is being reset, because this stops right on the chunk border line, as you can see. And that white wall there is right on the outside of that chunk border line. So it's this chunk specifically, but I think it's also this one, because I cut down this tree here before. And if you look up, it's definitely in this chunk as well. I don't know that I made any changes in this chunk, at least not any significant ones that I recall, so it's hard to tell, but it's these two in a row for sure. And I did some quick searching on the forums, and there's a known chunk reset issue involving logistics pipes, or at least there was. But I don't have any Buildcraft pipes of any sort yet. I've got it installed, obviously, but I haven't made any of them. And the book here is not in the same chunk. In fact, it's not even in the same chunk as that tree. So it's completely outside of the chunks, so it's not affecting anything. So I'm not entirely sure what the problem is. Obviously, I'm not going to be building in this world if it's going to be resetting my chunks, because that's a pain in the ass. But, so I don't know what to do about it at the moment. I guess I'll try to report this, and we'll see what comes of it. And in the meantime, I guess I'll just continue doing a little work in the overworld instead. This chunk over here doesn't seem to be resetting at all, so maybe I'll try building it up bit by bit, and we'll mess around with the bees over here, but nothing else. So I guess I need to take a quick break and just decide what I want to do in the overworld instead of this stuff that I had planned. So I'll be back in a bit. Alright, I'm back again. I was just doing some further testing here with these little cobblestone nerd poles. And it appears my linking book is gone now, too. Which is wonderful. Means I can't get back to the overworld. Well, I can, but it's a hassle. I'd have to go around and try to find some star fissures, which don't exist in this world, so I'd have to make other ages to do it. But anyway, I just find it weird that the chunk reset expanded to a chunk that wasn't included the last time. So that's kind of weird. But I just wanted to get it on camera. Anyway, we're at about an hour here, so I think I'm just going to end this episode with this bug report. And I'll decide what to do next. I don't really know what to do at the moment, so in the meantime, though, have fun and keep mooing.